having a good life, then you know.
Yeah, but how good is
It's like
his
his
life
life,
if
work
he's
balance.
if his interests change from month to month like Hobby Lobby?
I mean,
Like,
I'm just saying.
Like the company or like people who shop there?
Stans, if you're watching,
I assume the people who shop there.
Okay.
Because Hobby Lobby has it down. Hobby Lobby's very consistent.
Yeah, they're anti-abortion, pro arts and crafts.
Yeah.
They've got it all figured
they've
out.
checked all their boxes. Stan, if you're watching, wake up to your life, okay? I just want him to. I
You're
just
the
want him to
same,
settle
right?
down.
I
Me
like
and Stan- yeah, we are the
Yeah,
same.
you are
I
the
like
same. That's why
Dave.
you're allowed to say this, is because you're the same and you never have fulfillment.
I talked to Stans about that too. I was like,
Me,
hey,
I'm so
we're
fulfilled.
always gonna be lost souls, never finding what we need. And he's like, oh, don't say that.
That is, he sounds like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Dude, Stans as Mrs. Doubtfire would be so
Yeah.
funny.
He's just
You do
being
that,
Atrion.
you have that conversation with him, and then you talk to Rochelle alone the next day, and she's like, "Yeah, he was talking about existentialism the
Yeah.
next night."
It's Stans.
like, I think all of Stan.
It's Stans dressed up as Ari, Atriok's fiance, doing Mrs. Doubtfire, trying to replace her in his life.
Dude, no. Okay, wait, there's a better concept here. It's Mr. Mrs. Doubtfire, but Atriok is Mrs. Doubtfire. No, it's me.
Okay, well, okay.
No, it's such a good idea now.
Atriok has kids.
Okay.
But him and Ari have a falling out.
Yep.
Atriok gets into crypto, gets really weird. Ari's like, I'm done. I
Okay.
need to raise this kid alone. But then I try to beat Atriok grandma.
You lost it.
Well, what's happening
I just
in
want
here?
to pretend to be
I can't-
Atriok,
I think
but
you're-
as an
I
old
think
woman.
You're
also
the
took-
sober person here. This is insane.
He might have. Yeah, he's a sober one, but he's incoherent and he's holding on to plushies.
Okay, no. Shut up. It's Atriok. I'm not involved. Atriok and Ari have a falling out due to crypto. Atriok tries to become Mrs. Doubtfire to
Okay.
reconnect with his kids that he has, and then teach them about crypto.
We'll just applaud at the end.
The whole point
Hey,
is for Atriok to teach his kids about crypto.
Shuby, if you could just get on that one.
Shuby makes the most dog shit animation ever, just to our terrible.
Yeah, this was a bad idea, so I'm
And then
definitely
Zipper 2, I
phoning
want the
this
Rule
in.
34 version.
This sounds like the crossed out section of like the Rick and Morty writers room whiteboard.
They're the-
I still have to watch Australian Rick and Morty.
It's
Richard and Mortis.
so fucking
Dude,
funny,
Ludwig
dude.
has listened to Australian Rick and Morty twice now from the backseat of the car that he's in. We
Can
keep
I
watching it while he's
tell
in the car.
people the reality I'm living? It's like I'll drive these kids somewhere, and I say kids because they'll be in the back seat, and on their phone they'll pull up Rick and Morty, and they've seen
Wait,
it like
Australian Rick and Morty.
Australian Rick and Morty, and they've seen it like 4 times, and they'll wait for the part. They'll be like, oh, yeah. All right, Kaba, and you'll say it along with
No,
them.
it is not
And you'll,
all
like,
right,
laugh.
Kaba, dude.
But you'll
They
watch.
don't
It's
say
like the
that.
5th time you've seen
And
it.
then Ludwig in the front will be like, yeah, I gotta watch it. And we're like, yeah, you gotta watch it. And we're just not showing it.
I'm in the front like, yeah, and I have a
There's-
15-year refinance mortgage.
Okay, don't
and they're in the back like Rick and
Don't
Morty.
act like you're the adult when I'm always driving.
Yeah, that's
also,
fair.
doesn't this mean that it's so goated that you should just watch it? But
I
you
should
so
watch.
not?
I just, it mind blows me that they're on their 4th time, like
My mind-
quoting it.
How many times have you watched Outrageous Fun?
Dude, we're gonna
Boobies
say,
flying
I
around,
actually
dicks in
not
butts.
that
we're
many.
just glazing over. My mind blows me. That is what he just said. We're going right past
Wait,
that.
Eamon
Think
said
about
that?
it.
No, Ludwig just said
That's what a
that.
nocturnal mission is.
That's right.
My mind blows me.
You know, I had one of those the other day.
Did you?
Yeah, it was crazy.
What was it like for you?
It was,
What happened?
okay, in the dream, I'm in a closet. It's a dilapidated house.
That's all it takes for him.
There's
There's
this,
no other details need to be added.
yeah, and so, yeah, and then it was funny because in the dream, I couldn't get my bread up, if you will.
Okay. You
Yeah, no, that happens. That
you
happens.
couldn't get bricked
But
up.
it doesn't matter because the moment they touch it, you bust.
That's
anyway.
exactly
Yeah,
what happened.
Yeah.
That's exactly
yeah.
what happened.
Dude, I got
how it
like
works.
4 or 5 different messages from people who all don't know each other after like the last episode that said I just learned what bricked up means from like that episode.
That's funny.
And I'm like, I guess that makes sense, but it's just so
Dude,
funny that all of them took that
One
away.
of the greatest Reddit posts of all time on my subreddit goes, "What the fuck is Nippondes?"
Yeah,
He talks about it every goddamn Yard episode. Or
that's funny.
it's Japan. It's Japan.
Yeah, I learned
it's a
that-
bastardization
He's
of Japan.
sticking des on the end of it for
I know.
no reason.
That just means like it is, right? It's
Yeah.
like,
yeah, it's like is.
a
But that's why when
affirmation.
he says so des ka,
So
like,
this guy.
it's so annoying because ka is a question particle. But he says it like he puts it on this end of sentences that are like finality.
Go to
Yeah,
a
yeah.
But it's a it's a fucking question.
Yeah, any
Hey, Sumima-san.
hey, oh, you know
he
Manasai.
keeps saying Sumimasen as well, and it's fucked. Because he'll just say it. I get it's a very easy word to plug
What does it
almost
mean?
anywhere. It can mean
Sorry.
like excuse me, but it could also mean like hello. Like it's just like a very convenient word. But he'll use it like, yo, Sumima send me that mug. And I'm like, fucking
Yo,
end your shit,
You think
brother.
you have a bad cutie? I'm like, Sumima sent me that coochie.
Oh, stop.
Wow.
You
Dude,
have
that was-
literally
that was
never
lame.
said that.
That was lame.
ever.
I think
No, I
everything is
wouldn't.
funny right now, and that did not make me laugh.
That's a stinker, huh? Big one.
Sometimes.
Look, I was gonna say, I learned about Bricked Up from Dawson. Actually, it was just funny because I was watching Psalm. He's a Valorant player. Used to play CS:GO. I'm watching Psalm. I usually watch him play Valorant, but he was playing Pummel Party, which is like a Mario Party-esque like update
Terrible
video game. And I was like, because we played it way back, and we kind of got into it. And then Nick was like, okay, it's a bad game because this, and this, and this, but it has potential.
It's a terrible game.
He was just analyzing it. He's a Mario Party guy.
They haven't changed it.
And then, but I'm watching it on Psalm's stream, and I'm like, hey, they look like they added new games. We should give Pummel Party a shot again. And then Dawson responds to me. He's like, oh, you bricked up watching Psalm stream? And I was like, yeah. Like, he just knew.
Yeah.
He just knew. I was literally watching on my TV.
Dawson is the largest consumer of
Wait,
media.
is it
It's
not?
insane.
Is it not Fortnite song? Like who played Valorant too?
No, he played CS:GO.
You thinking of
before that.
Zoms?
No.
No, I
There's
thought
a
Psalm was
Fortnite.
He was
Fortnite
on
player.
Gen G's CS:GO team.
Okay.
Oh, I know that.
Different guy. I got 2 Psalms.
Maybe all play
The
Fortnite.
It's
Psalm,
not that rare.
Psalm got second at the Fortnite World Championship after Booga won
Definitely not this song.
$1.5 million, and then he started playing Pro Valorant. So he
Yeah.
also plays Pro Valorant.
That's crazy.
Zipper, do some research for us
That
while we
got
continue.
the bag.
You sound like a historian.
Anyway, speaking of being petty, because someone said that earlier, and
I thought
also
we were on Bricked Up.
and also Valorant, and also Dawson.
We're moving
It was-
from Bricked Up.
We've been playing Valorant lately. It's like a 5-stack. I'm with
Don't do this. to me.
Eamon's.
Do
Uh-oh.
you see what he's doing?
Hey,
Yeah.
just stroke the furry wall. Stroke the furry wall. You guys don't get that. Oh, that's alright. I made a,
I don't know
I
what
made
that
a
was.
joke. No one saw the fucking movie.
Hey,
It's
me and
alright, man. Hey, alright, man.
Your references are out of control, though. We always say that.
That's such a popular movie. Anyway,
We're all together.
so we're playing and it's a 5-stack, and Dawson, I get killed. We're defending A side on Icebox. I get killed from someone on belt. I'm like, dude, who's belt? No one called it. Eamon, literally like 15 seconds later, he's like, I said someone was on belt. And I was like, I doubted it because 1, I didn't hear it, and
Okay.
2,
I did
he
say it.
took so long to say that
Yeah.
in reply.
Yeah.
I was like, he has to be capping. So I was like, no, you didn't. I'm shadow playing right now. And I hit my shadow play, which is 2 minutes behind. And I go watch the.
Shadowplay records your footage
Yeah,
and
it keeps
audio.
it keeps a
Yeah.
buffer of your gameplay and audio.
So it's like an OBS like thing that's always open, but
it
until
just
you hit
it
the
just keeps a running buffer. It's hardware.
Are you doing the podcast thing where?
Yeah.
Okay. You do the podcast thing.
So I shadow play it because if you're a gamer, you'll know what that means. And then I go check the tape, and I'm like, I didn't even move in pre-round because I'm like checking the tape because I'm so mad. And I'm like, you didn't say it. And I check the tape, and he's like, one belt.
It'd be weird if he lied after 15. Like
Because sometimes
Oh,
it's
I
easy.
waited to say something because after you died, they were still like
The round was still going.
kind of listening to things.
Sometimes sometimes you think you say something and you don't, and then you catch somebody, or it's like,
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, he's capping. I got him.
Dipper.
I found out how I.
Wait.
My hands are clammy.
Dude, Aiden, I keep looking over at
flew
Aiden,
up.
and he's touching a new thing. Like he keeps like
flew
deciding
up,
something and just sort of interacting with it.
You want one of these guys? Oh, take your
No,
guy.
I feel fine.
No,
Take your
I
guy.
know you feel fine, but
Feel
he's
great.
soft. Is
No,
what
but
I'm
my
saying.
hand is like
So
my hand's
clammy.
sweaty. My hands.
No, I know. You just rub him, bro. Dude.
I want that PTZ just locked on Aiden.
It's like, let me know.
Aiden, by the bonus.
Oh, dude, the
Hey, if
bonus
you guys
episode.
aren't a part of the Patreon, we
Yeah,
have an
dude.
extra hour that we record after these 90-minute podcasts, and I can't imagine.
Dude, I was like, I said even before we recorded this, you guys want to do the bonus episode like a different day, and they're like, nah, it's fine, we'll go all the way through. And in my head, I'm like, dude, the bonus is gonna be fucked.
Yeah, this might be the most value you ever get from $5.
If it's 30 minutes, it's not on us.
That's right. Me and Nick will hold it down, and
That's
they'll.
still enough value.
I pinged our Patreon Discord today and was like, all right, 2 of us are gonna be on mushrooms this episode. Ask your Patreon questions about, with that in mind.
Sure, yeah.
So we have a bunch of questions that are ready specifically for them.
I can't imagine that's a good thing. Like you wouldn't want prepared questions.
No, it just means that they'll keep that in mind because maybe their question is,
How do you guys feel right now, or something? I
yeah,
don't know.
or like
I
what
see.
what if what if you had 3 balls and then it just stuns Aiden? It's like, what if I had
Can you
3
hear
balls?
color yet?
Shit like that.
That's a thing.
It's synthesia.
You-
Yeah, just like being an empath.
It makes you
which
cracked.
I am.
we were going to the climbing gym the other day, and I was recounting this in my head because I don't know if it's as funny as I think it is.
All right, you're with me. What happened?
Hey, vote on your phones now at
We're
home.
driving. We're
The
driving.
American Idol like UI pops up.
Nick, from the moment,
It's not this funny, I promise you.
It's not gonna be this.
No,
funny.
I
if
believe,
I don't
believe.
remember this
In-
rock climbing,
we're leaving the house, and Nick keeps singing "Replay" by IS. And he just keeps singing the chorus over and over, and
I
I'm
was thinking-
fucking
I
I
was- I did-
believe it.
How does it go?
so whenever I call shotgun, I just say shoddy like a
Oh,
melody. And
okay.
so and then we
He
got in the car and I
keeps
just kept
going.
saying shoddy like a melody, and then I pull up a video of Gangster Mario rapping
Yeah.
that song.
Yeah.
And
then SpongeBob's rapping 6ix9ine.
yeah, and then I showed it to Aiden and I said, "Do you think this is chill?" To which he said, like, I don't know. I don't. Where's Ayaz from? And then we sort of had a conversation about that. And then Ludwig comes and I'm like, he's like, "What are you guys talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, this."
Where
And
do
it's
you
still
think-
playing.
Where do you think IS is from?
Okay, let me be clear. I didn't know that was not the title of the song, which was Shoddy Like a Melody in my head. Also, I don't know who made it.
Yeah,
That's
I
how-
would have assumed it was called Shoddy's Like a Melody.
or
No, he
something.
says
Or
re-
Melody.
Not every
It's so
day.
funny because the
Replay's one
So,
of
like,
the main words.
I've been saying shoddy like a melody to specifically call shotgun, but the Australians always say shorty like a melody, and they have their own joke that they were saying in Australia for when they do a shorten, which is a thing in Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Oh
And
yeah.
they say,
yeah.
"Oh, shorty like a melody,"
Mhm.
and we came together and we originally had this argument of like who started saying that,
Right.
and then we
But it
both
comes from
and
two
then we
different
both
places.
realized that we were using two different contexts because one was saying shoddy and one was saying shorty.
Yeah, it's two different species of birds.
Yeah.
Australian bits, though.
They're great.
No, but sometimes I think they make up what a bit is.
No, you're just,
They'll just do some
no,
fucked
no,
shit.
he's right. He's right. We were in the car. I was in the car on the way to food with them today, and they're just like laughing. They're like, "Yeah, you remember what we did when we were just ripping ketamine in the bathroom?" And I was like, "That's not a bit. Like that's." That's not
They'll be like, no. We have this guy named like Keel.
and he
he
does
comes
like
in and
he
deals
does a
pet.
lot of ketamine. And
Dude,
it's like,
Australian bits. I thought it was just like the Australian group that we know, but like the more like Australian media I
No,
consume, it's just
they're
part of the
all-
culture.
they're all
like,
like
dude,
this.
They're all
they
the
literally
same.
are all the same.
It is
like,
funny though, right? Like that
They'll do a bit.
country unites them that
They'll do a
hard.
bit where they'll just be like, "Oh, like, did you buy this car?" And you're like, "Oh, I leased it." Like, "Oh, you leased it? Oh, okay, cool." And that's their bit is like they're laughing in their head that they're having that
They're-
conversation
yeah.
with you.
it's hard to not be owned by Australians. You cannot like
Talk to them.
signify that you are being like what do you call it, mixed up.
And
right?
this is in the Australian Rick and Morty episode where it's just like that's not a bush wizard, that's your dad, and he's like, I knew that.
I knew that.
It was great. Like again at the casino, it was getting really late, and this guy was really boisterous. He was to my right. He's like this huge guy, owns a strip club, doesn't shut the fuck up, dumps his money. Great guy to have on the table.
Yeah.
And Miles is just watching the game because I got into a couple of big. Yeah, make
Yep.
sure it's square. And he got into a
Still
couple
kind
big
of off.
pots. And this guy, he sees Miles just watching the game, and he's like, and Miles has like 4 Mickeys, right? He's just big, chilling, hanging out. And the guy's like, "Hey, if I go to the bathroom, will you sit down and play with my chips for me?" This is a common bit. And Miles, without skipping a beat, he's like, "Yeah, I could sit down and play for you." And then he's like, "Oh, you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, you're a winning player. He's like, "Yeah, I usually don't lose." And he's just like, it's literally frame 1. Like Miles was not, he was walking around like an NPC, and then he snapped.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's only hard coded to do one
Yeah.
thing, and it's continue the
just
bit.
has
And
it
it's
figured
and the
out.
guy was stunned. He was like, "Oh, this guy's like."
He didn't realize it was like a little mini boss.
Yeah.
He thought it'd just be an easy dub.
Nick's
Dude, it's so funny.
continuation of the bit is singing that song for the rest of the fucking 20-minute ride, but only singing the same part over and over.
Daddy, like a melody.
Here's-
in my-
you deserve that, and here's
and
why.
then
Just-
later that evening,
do
I'm
it
with
to
a
him today.
group of completely different people in a hot tub, and they turn on music, and that is the first song on, and I just laugh out loud. Nobody's saying anything,
You
and
just
then
start punching
You
the
just start,
water.
you just
like,
start
"No!"
thinking of Zipper. Can you bring up the YouTube video? Don't play the music, but just bring up the YouTube video of Gangster Mario singing "Replay" by Ayaz, just so we can watch it.
Yeah.
This image pops into your head and you lose control.
Here's the thing.
It's the whole song, but it's sped up a little bit so they don't get demonetized, and it's just this.
Dude,
This
why
is-
does this image of Mario exist?
This is Miles
This
listening
is
to
from.
Babytron.
Oh, what is it from? It's canon. I'm pretty sure.
This is
I think is it Mario Dance Dance Revolution?
Is it chill that Mario did this?
no, he's Italian.
Dude, he looks like.
Wait.
He looks like
Or
L.
it is.
He looks
It
like
is 'cause
LP.
he's
Italians are POC.
He looks like LP from Run the Jewels.
This guy campaigned for Bernie Sanders.
Mario?
No,
Everybody's a run the jewels guy.
Oh. Listen, by the way, you deserve what happened to you, what he did to you. And here's why.
What?
We were driving to work back when we worked at BTS.
Oh,
We were all in the car. Yeah, he's like, please don't do this to me. We're all in the car. Nick usually drove. We carpool with him, and Nick will just play whatever's on. Nick, like many of us growing up, like 182.
It's because they
And-
all sound
Hey, shut the fuck up. And he plays.
Oh, I forgot about this.
I know.
Oh yes.
I know.
New
And
memory
he,
unlocked.
And he plays "I Miss You" by Blink 182. We all have fun with it.
Their biggest song.
Where are you?
You know, and I'm so sorry, etc.
And you need to do the voice real quick.
I can't do it. I can't
The
do it.
lower one.
Oh. Hello there.
Yeah. We're having fun.
Angel Robot
And
ever.
fucking Eamon. Not only does Nick have a double din readout that tells you what is playing, so he could just look there, but he says, "Is this bowling for soup?"
And he's dead ass.
It was not a joke.
He's dead ass serious. And I look over and I'm like, I do some calculation. I'm like,
Yeah.
is our generation the same?
Yeah. We had to do a lot of work before
this
we
is
even
actually-
addressed
This
this.
is actually crazy because this is like week 2 of living with you guys.
Yeah.
This is early.
Me and Anthony
and
shared
Nick is like mind blown that I could have said this, and then he like musical quizzes me the rest of the ride, and I think it's actually where I gained some respect with Nick the rest of the drive because he was like if you don't know any of these people. Like there's basically a problem here, and we went through like the fucking circus of '90s rap,
Dude, this
and I
is like-
named like every guy, and then Nick was like,
You're fine.
What's funny is like I am the guy who is failing this, and Aiden seemed like he would.
Yeah, but you don't like music.
Yeah, you have a pass.
I love music.
Aiden, yeah, no. You listen. There's this bit on Dexter. It's like Dexter's not a funny show, but there's this really funny part where Dexter, for context, is a serial killer who like has a
Yeah,
wife and a
thanks for-
family, and he's like, he's like, Dexter, you never listen to music. Why are you going to a concert? His like wife's asking this question. He's like, I listen to music. She's like, yeah, you listen to marching band music in the car. It's like, yeah, I like the rhythm. And it's a really funny bit that shouldn't really exist. That's how I imagine Ludwig every time he talks about
Well,
music.
there's that TikTok trend right now of like what's the generation of like teens right now called? So Zoomers,
Gen Z?
like Gen Z listening to like songs from like our generation.
No, there's a
"It's a
different
fake
one.
bit."
Well,
Fake
it's like,
bit.
they're just like it's like it's like
Fucking with us.
insanely popular music.
Yeah, no, like
Like
stand if they heard it
Paramore,
or
like
not.
Misery Business comes on, and they're
Yeah.
like, I don't know this one.
Yeah.
And then all the
'Cause
comments are like, fucking
We've
die,
talked
I
about
want you
this.
to die.
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
comments are fucking idiot millennials who forgot.
And that was Aiden.
no.
Aiden was like,
Wait,
is this bowling for soup? Well, he said another like.
It was
artist,
fucked up that you
but-
said bowling for soup. You could have said literally, I think, anything else.
I think that there's like 4 of those
yeah, but
bands.
one of them is
they
Blink
all s-
182, and
they
one
all
of them is
sound the
fucking
same.
bowling for
They
soup.
all sound the same.
There's like a cultural like you know what? You're doing great.
One of the other guys.
It kind of felt like you hearing like the
Here-
U.S. national anthem and being like, is this the Russian?
Is this
national
Serbia?
anthem?
Wait, think about it this way: Bowling for Soup.
Yeah.
They made the Phineas and Ferb theme song.
That's tight. I didn't know
Simple
that.
Plan made the Scooby Doo theme
Dude,
song.
I didn't know this either.
Not one show did Blink
Blink
182
182
Me and
make
Aiden are
the
driving
theme song for.
2 days ago. Me and Aiden are driving around. He goes, dude, did you know that Simple Plan made the Scooby Doo theme song? And I was like, yes.
I didn't.
And,
Dude,
and
a lot
I'm
of
not
people
saying
don't know that.
I'm not saying that you should know that, but he said it like he was about to fuck
Well,
my
wait,
shit.
no,
Like the
I
Da
think
Vinci
it's sick.
Code.
Is this,
It's sick.
didn't they just do like a version of it?
No, it's the official song. They made it. Like the Phineas and Ferb theme
How
song.
does it go? Can someone? No, the original version they
That's what
literally
I'm
weren't
They weren't
born.
alive.
That's what I was.
They made it for one of the. They're a theme song for one of the series
is
that
that
exists, but not
series-
the first Scooby Doo.
Not
I'm
the
just
first
a
Scooby-Doo.
You don't gotta continue it. That was enough.
I'm smoking weed and life is.
I do like replacing every song when I'm smoking weed.
Dude,
Have we talked
about-
that actually doesn't
Have we talked about
translate.
this on the pod yet?
This is such a
No.
No, I don't
God
think
damn
so.
it!
You don't like it?
So
It's
so
such a, I'm
I
so
woke
it's
up
because they
smoking
drove
reefer.
me insane with it.
yeah.
Day one.
So Aiden asked us to play Valorant the other day, and me and Sock, my son, are in the call with Aiden, and we get a Discord bot into the call that will like play music to anyone in the call, and we're going through every Blink 182 song and just replacing a random lyric with weed. So it's like, you know, I'm smoking weed, whatever. It just
Gotta be straight right now. I'm smoking weed.
Yeah. So we're doing this to every song, and Aiden is just like, "Can you guys join my game?"
'Cause they
And,
wouldn't
and it
get
starts.
on the fucking
It
game,
starts very
dude.
tame,
You're
and
busy
and he's like, can we please start playing? And it's like, yeah, great right now. I'm smoking weed. And like, Sock starts laughing, and then like he does it, I start laughing, and he's like, gets increasingly more mad. He's like, join the fucking game.
Yeah.
And he has no idea that I'm just playing chess. I don't even have Valorant open. And I've told him I'm gonna come play, and I'm just like, wait, hold on, I'm coming right now. And then a new Blink song plays, and then we just replace all those lyrics.
Yeah, and then you're like, give all my weed
so
to all my friends.
Never smoke weed in my
so
room.
mad.
Yeah.
We finally are playing. We're finally fucking playing the game after like an hour of this stupid shit, and we're 2 rounds in. And I'm obviously very mad already. And Ben joins the call, and he genuinely asks, like, why are you so mad like, this early?
Yeah.
Like,
Ben's
you
like,
don't-
what's up
you
with
don't
you?
fucking understand.
Ben's usually a guy too, like lets it roll.
He
But
has
he had
2
to
questions.
ask.
He has 2 questions. Why are you so mad? And why does the general channel have all these Blink songs in it? And
You
I'm
throw
like,
him in general.
I'm like, you're gonna love what happens next.
Yeah, that bot got a workout.
Yeah, and now Ben just does the bit.
Yeah, Ben loves the bit.
So you don't like the
bit.
bit? Is it because you don't know any songs with lyrics?
Well, to be fair, I do Aiden
So
dirty.
jump, smoke some weed. This
Right.
Oh, that's good.
Because every song that you changed weed to be in it, I've changed to have Aiden cringe in it.
That's true. You're on the
So,
same wave.
Yeah.
You just don't hang out in the boys.
Well, no, we do the weed
Dude,
ones.
Aiden-
We do the weed ones.
So last
I
time
smoke
we
all the time.
last time we went
No,
rock
I
climbing.
smoke and I rip bongs. I rip. Tell my rip.
Dude, you're so good at weed. So
Dude.
last time we went smoking weed, I mean rock climbing, Aiden was like throwing himself at this climb all day.
Real quick, as an aside to this, I went up to Ludwig and he was in his bed, and I was like, I knocked on his door. He's like, what? I thought he was pissed.
Oh shit.
And so I opened the door, and I'm like, you crying a little bit? You mad? You depressed? Are you depressed?
You crying a
And he's
little
like, no. And he's like normal now. He just said what in a way that I thought sounded angry. But I kept the big. I was like, you depressed, bro? Just tell me what's up. Tell me what went wrong today. He's like, nothing. I was like, that's not true. Something went wrong today. He's like, Aiden had a bad time rock climbing.
That was
And
the
I was
only
like-
thing that went bad for
I was
me
like,
that
oh,
day.
that's sad.
Yeah.
And so this is
Oh, were you? Was it when I didn't hug you?
No.
You didn't
This
hug
is
him?
specific. I don't remember this.
Oh, that makes me sad now.
I
That
specifically
makes me sad.
just
No.
I thought of the bad thing, and the bad thing that happened is you didn't get your climb done, and I was sad for you.
Because one of the times I was mad when I failed it, and then Ludwig came up to me. He was like, "Give me a hug," you know.
And Aiden said, no, I remember
I
this.
don't wanna hug
And,
you.
and he rejected him and walked
And I
across
walked
the
like it's
way.
a fucking melee set that he lost.
Yeah,
Dude,
I
it's
shoved that out of
dude,
my
it
memory.
feels
I
the
don't even
same.
remember.
It feels
You
the
haven't
same.
gone.
It feels one to one.
the same
Does
way.
it?
Yeah, yeah.
It
Wow.
feels the same way.
did-
Shit.
But you kind of remove the social implication of your loss, but kind of not because like all your friends are there and they're doing good climbs, so it's like it's hard. But Aiden is pissed, right? He's sitting down on like the gym mat and he's just like sulking. And Lud sits down next to him and he starts singing the Aiden's cringe song. But he does only the Pog lyrics. And he's like Aiden's Pog, and I'm sitting there. I'm
trying
like
to cheer him
I'm
up.
like, dude, this is Ludwig's best attempt at cheering his friends up.
I came over to them. I came over to them. It was like, you need to stop. This is like your autistic little brother right now. I just fucking live it.
You were that pissed off?
Yeah, because I'm
It's
failing like
okay.
a fucking V2.
He was
V3
just
climb,
brute.
dude.
B2, but he was just like,
Oh,
but he was
come
just.
on, bro.
but he-
Fucking V2.
Oh my fucking god!
Not a V3. It's different. It's
It
V2.
was green tech. But it was just funny because he refused to try any other climbs. He was only doing that one, and he had just worked on that one the whole day before. And we're obviously being very supportive when we're there. But it was just funny. 'Cause I'm like, why don't you just go try another one and like get some in before you come back? He's like, no. And I'm like, all right, man, it's fucking your world. I'm just living in it.
And Ludwig's like, Aiden's Pog.
I've been there.
I promise, I mean this genuinely. This is not meant to be funny. How long have we been up?
Actually?
No, yeah.
45 minutes. we're
45.
halfway.
How long does it
Halfway.
feel?
It feels like it's been at least an hour and a half. Like,
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just
Aiden
like
has
sitting here.
Aiden has felt his entire body. I've watched him
hey,
do this.
Let me. This is gonna blow your world. Take your socks off. Get your feet on this carpet, bro.
Dude, ground yourself.
Get your feet. Get your feet.
Ludwig's
here.
just been quietly
No,
enjoying
this
the
is-
carpet.
I don't want to see Ludwig go through his hippie bullshit arc,
No,
dude.
trust me, baby. You're gonna love this. Come on.
Ooh, does he like
Take
it?
the left one off. Yeah, you like that. Get,
Why
get
do you
the
look
toes
like you're
curled.
hurting yourself?
Get
I
the,
feel weird.
Stop.
get the toes curled.
It's okay.
Curl the toes
Not like
a bit.
that. I just
Yeah.
Get the toes
How's that feel?
curled.
Is it kind of cool?
Better?
Ground yourself on our synthetic grass.
I'll tell you where I'm at. It's like 2007. Everything sepia tone.
Okay. So you're like having a Breaking
Like
Bad
in, like in
flashback.
spirit or an actual tone?
No, like color. I see sepia tone. And I remember 2007. That was a big filter.
Old
Yeah.
West color.
You get on the MacBook, you go to photo booth.
Why?
Sepia. Why?
Was it popular then?
Wait, did shit actually look different for you?
Yeah.
Nothing looks.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm past the everything like 15 minutes ago was so fucking
What about
funny.
this guy?
And now I'm like not funny anymore.
This guy, you don't like this guy?
Dude, I can't.
Come
yeah,
on.
it's like it's weird now. Like when you, if I have to like, it's not like a bear
Let me
thing.
have
It's
one of
like
these guys.
if I have to rest and like focus on you, it's a little weird. Like you just like.
I just
feel like
jiggle
you
a little
like,
bit.
wobble.
Is it
Well,
just?
there's like trails, right?
Is it
Like,
just?
that's
Is it just
usually a
him?
thing.
Is he the only one that looks weird?
There,
No,
Nick.
he doesn't actually. Like he looks. Everything looks normal. It's just like if I have to concentrate on one spot, I think that's why I keep moving around so much. I don't look
Yeah.
at anything for one
Okay.
too long. Shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry.
no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
You're great. Hey, fix your
Oh
chair.
shit! You're
It's gonna
hold on,
collapse.
Your chair's about to collapse. You gotta fix it.
Just fix the chair, solve the problem.
No, I actually am fine. It's just like everything feels. I don't know. Everything is weird.
It's weird. It's
Those are
odd.
drugs, man. That's
But
why
then,
drugs are
but then
bad.
I feel like I'm reacting the way I normally would, and then you're not reacting the way you normally would to me getting.
There
In
we go.
general, I don't think. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the serious truth, Eamon. It's fucked up. You thought it was bowling pursuit. It's fucked up. No, the serious truth is I've been being completely like I would be.
Except for the
You know
stuffed
what-
animal thing
You know
that
what's
you guys are
fucked
obsessed with today.
is I think
What's
the,
stuffed animals?
so the reason I thought that is like I have listened to Blink 182 songs up until that moment, right?
Right.
I had somehow gone my entire life without listening to I Listen.
That's actually insane because it was such a big.
I know.
Does this look different?
Oh, it looks
I
the same.
can't believe I looked.
It's like a hard thing to.
I can't
You,
believe I
you
looked.
saw it? Wait, did it look different for you?
It looks as it always has. Like
Beautiful.
Like
you
a.
do have a lame ball.
It's a little saggier when he's
No!
out
Boring.
like this.
Don't say this
Come
to
on,
me.
dude.
I wish it was
Wait.
hairier or balder,
This reminded me.
but
This
it's so
reminded me.
boringly in the middle.
I could
This
shave
reminded
for
me.
you.
Why did you shave your asshole?
Yeah.
Why did you
Say
shave
it.
Why did you
Yeah, you did
shave
say.
it?
Tell us
I-
why.
And then you said you would compliment him.
Yeah,
Maybe you start
that's
with
fine.
that. Maybe you
Okay,
start with that.
Well,
Give,
no, I'll tell you guys. One, I lied.
What?
I shaved my asshole. It wasn't every week for a year. Absurd.
Okay.
I shaved it every week for like a 6-week period.
Still substantial.
Why?
Still substantial.
Did you do it for some sort of?
Was there a girl in your life?
No, it actually had nothing to do.
Finger
I wasn't even dating.
Okay.
But I did it, and I loved the feeling of shitting without having any hair.
Is it different?
I loved it.
Well, yeah, because like the hair catches.
It's amazing.
We have
No,
bidets now.
it's
We live in a
amazing.
bidet world.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Shitting without hair
Have
is
you never-
way different.
Have
ta-
you never
it's-
shat?
You talk, but you're talking about it like it's like
It's
Mr.
night and day.
Potato Head's hair.
Dude, you know
Do
what
you
it
know how we
actually
talk to
is?
people about using bidets and not using bidets?
Yeah.
It's
like
the
that.
same.
Yeah.
No way.
No,
it's
no,
not.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like that.
I think I'm realizing I have shaved my asshole for so long that I can't really remember.
You can't remember.
what it was
You've
like.
been using bidets too long.
Wait, you
Yeah.
shave your asshole? Or are you saying the
yeah,
analogy?
like enough. Yeah,
You're
How
saying
often?
too-
like probably at least once every.
Do you
3
use
weeks.
the Manscaped?
Yeah, to first.
Not
But you-
sponsored.
but
and
you
then if
also-
I,
but
and then
you
if I
also use it-
really care, I'll use a razor. Yeah,
Oh my.
You shave your
You
asshole with
close?
a razor?
You close shave your asshole?
yeah, it's not that hard.
Whoa.
That's great. So you go over your sphincter with the with the razor,
You're s-
like a razor blade.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of a
I mean,
mechanic.
but not
Do you
often.
do this on
Not
the
often.
toilet?
Not often. It's like
Do you sit on the toilet and get under there?
for special occasions.
You sit on the toilet and
I
get
like
under
how
there.
5 seconds ago you weren't surprised about shitting with no hair in your ass, but now you're like, how do you do that?
I have never shaved my butthole with a razor. I've never taken a razor to any part of my body that wasn't above the neck.
You know what? It's
You've
all the
never
same.
been.
Oh, you've never
You've
close shaved
never
your dick?
been.
Never.
Whoa.
He's never been gay.
I've never been gay.
You're so straight.
So every 14-year-old, I'm cool, right? Because you know what I mean.
Yeah, because you're not fake.
I've been had gay.
Been-
Done.
I've been had kind of gay.
Dude, it's chill.
I'm smoking on gay.
I
pack.
think it's great.
I don't know how the conversation got there at lunch today, but we're at a nice place. like families around us. But we got around to like just talking about like just sex in general at the end of the conversation. And my favorite fun fact is like, you know, me and Nick took that sexual compatibility test.
Yeah. Did we
We're
ever
good for
talk
each
about
other.
that on the pod?
Oh, we were like the same or something, right?
Are you guys good
'cause
for
we
each
were
other?
talking
Yeah.
about we were talking
I
about
could
being
see it.
vanilla or not. We were talking
Yeah.
about being.
So
and I
they're
was
both
like,
vanilla. Eamon's a bit dom-sided. You're a bit sub-sided. Both of you squirting your heads off.
Yeah.
Boobies
Yeah.
flying around.
Booby flying, dicks
Dicks
and
and
butts.
butts.
Zipper 2 better watch out, dude.
I walked away
Where we get her
and I
involved?
missed all of this because you were lying down on a bench. And
This
and
was way after.
I know,
Well, this is-
but this is why I walked away because you were lying down on a bench, getting stretched out. And audio listeners, I'm sorry, but like leg up, and you're like push.
Yeah, I
harder.
said, Eamon,
Don't
Eamon,
be
I need
shy.
to do a
Let me-
groin
let me
stretch.
take this.
It's a very public
It's
setting.
so public.
There are children
No,
feet
dude,
away.
you're so
Oh,
stupid.
There
no, it's
are
so
children
funny.
No
I
one can
went-
see. I'm
I-
concealed
no,
by an entire
no,
table.
No,
Yes,
I was
yes.
standing up.
I was the one like that. So mad.
Even as someone, I thought you were with me, honestly. I was like, as someone who understands social context and sees the whole picture here, I'm going to do this anyway. 'Cause it's really funny.
And as someone
like-
who also understood it, I saw the old person literally stop their conversation to talk about your activities.
Good.
And they're like this 75-year-old
Oh, they were
man and
so
woman.
old.
They like looked over.
They're so
They're like,
old.
Really?
yeah.
That's funny. I was just stretching. Maybe they should do that shit.
It is.
Yeah,
funny
maybe
because
they
the
should stretch.
The position you were in is like you're wearing those like short shorts.
These ones that
You're
I'm
wearing
Yeah.
women's
So
shorts.
when
From
I
Target.
when I stretch you out like that,
When I get you all bendy.
You were stretching me out
you're-
right on the bench.
yeah, like it's shit's hanging out, dude. I don't know. Like,
Nothing was
not
hanging out,
literally, but it's like you
dude.
can see. You can see up your shorts. You know that.
No one had that vantage.
No, okay, that actually is true.
Walker buys.
No one could see.
If you walk into the restaurant, you saw it. It's dead
Absolutely
on.
not. You guys are.
Dude,
You know what?
That's the appetizer.
You guys are prude.
You get Slime's balls into the fucking
And
salad.
I was not exposed to anyone, nor what. You were right up in my shit, and you couldn't see
Can't win
anything.
against slime. Can't win against slime because
I'm just being
he'll,
correct.
he'll
What
argue,
about- what
he'll
about
argue
right
that
after?
people couldn't see, but then you feel like they could see. He's like, ah, it doesn't matter. They're prudes.
What about right after when you started taking your shirt off and yelling at those kids?
That was definitely a mistake.
Yeah, at least we agree there.
Nick wasn't there,
I was
but
not
but
there.
I would scare some kids with my voice. I'd tell them to get the
Just
fuck out, go home,
your
don't
voice?
touch any jankum,
Weird.
Don't touch that jank.
don't fucking huff any jankum. You go home, you do your homework. That's
Can
what
you
I'd say.
explain what jankum is?
You not know?
I mean, I knew it from you explaining it to me. We had a conversation where you're like, yeah, I was talking about jankum. Yeah, and I was like,
Ain't he the one who did the dollhouse
Dude.
stream?
20 Jankum 985. Dude, 20K patrons, we all hit the Jankum.
Oh shit. That's
No, okay.
I don't think I
Jankum
wanna hit
is
Jankum.
it's like a way to get high. Apparently, I've never done this. I've never met
I love
anyone
apparently.
who's done this because it's hard to believe.
Allegedly.
But it's like you piss and shit into a container, usually a jar, and you close it and you let it like fester and get weird. And then
yeah.
like
Then it turns into kombucha, and,
Yeah.
then, and then once it's there,
and then
Yeah.
and you sell it to health food stores.
It,
No,
it, you know,
you
they
wait,
love it.
you
Silicon
open
Valley.
it after like some amount of time, and you huff it real hard, and it's called jankum, and you apparently get really high. And
Off
that's-
your own shit.
well, it could be someone else.
off your own supplies, they say in the
Yeah.
biz.
And I was saying there's
He
probably
who
like
smelt it.
there's probably like someone who's really good at making like top shelf jankum. Like
Yeah.
they eat real weird.
yeah,
Like it's like just chicken nuggets and like
grass-fed
Yeah,
jankum
here,
We could be like
from
animals.
farm to table.
Here I have my here I have my boy who only eats pineapple.
Dude, it's like a
Aw.
he makes the
This
fun.
they have like a farm.
it's like a Pepperidge Farm commercial.
Yeah.
but it's like
he only
it's like a
knows
gross guy
he
on the
only
package.
knows one thing, and it's that sweet yellow fruit and pooping in this
Yeah.
fucking
Fresh
Yeah.
jankum,
He's
better
my,
people.
I'm farming jankum from this guy.
They have a Tony the Tiger mascot. It's great.
That's good stuff.
Just
Yeah.
make that.
Real quick, let me, I was gonna. What was it? Something happened, and it's I put in the topic channel, but you forget when you're having fun with your boys. You really
True.
do forget.
It's true.
You're the Sherpas. You guide.
I can't believe
I'm
you
the sure.
That's
Sherpa.
why I
Shave
wore my
your ass.
safari hat. 'Cause
I
I'm-
hung on to that for a week. You
What?
didn't actually shave your ass.
Oh yeah, it was for a good 6 weeks, and I liked how it felt when I shit. But then it like the upkeep isn't worth.
No,
But once you're past like the first, what you were talking about, where like as it grows
The
back and
spiky
it
period?
hurts. Once you're past that, it's like just maintenance.
the
Yeah.
spiky period goes away if you do it like do it a couple.
Well,
I'm
it's a
lazy
maintenance
altogether,
thing.
though.
It's like shaving your head. You find out that it's a lot more work than You might.
I miss
Throw
when
in
you let
your
me
hair.
shave your head.
Dude, get involved.
Do you think you have more skill than him now, though?
At
100%.
shaving my
Like, he
own
wouldn't
head?
do it.
100%.
Yeah.
It's hard.
I don't know. I feel like a second person just has such a better angle at your head.
I do always. Do I have any spots missed?
Seem pretty good.
Oh, yeah, you missed this spot right here. No, it's right here.
No, look. He used to.
He's battle worn.
He won't look.
You think you could get me, bro? I was
Yeah.
raised on the streets,
You
bro.
can't get him, bro.
Look,
Dude,
He's
He's
Josh-
ungettable.
Josh got me at the tournament.
We do.
It's like, drop it. And then I looked.
dude.
And it was unfair because 5 minutes before that, I actually had dropped something.
So I hit you with this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, so I have to look.
Wait, what'd you guys call it in the day? I called it the square game.
I don't think I had a name for it.
I don't know.
We called it square game. But
I don't remember this.
it'd be really funny if the stakes for that were so high, like in some sort of fucked up society, where it's like if you get got by it, you got shot like
Yeah,
in
you
the
get shot in
shoulder,
the
like with a gun.
You die.
Yeah, maybe not die.
No, you should die.
Okay, so you get shot in the face,
Yeah.
and it's like, everyone's just kind of like,
Quid Game.
It's like Quid Game.
ooh, quid game.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh,
I watched
that's
a
a good idea.
I watched a YouTube video today that was like, everyone right now is not right now, but like a couple months ago, it's like Squid Game, but it's this.
Yeah.
And I watched one that was in a rock climbing gym. It was actually pretty good. It was just like, it was just a bunch of
soon as-
things that you had to do on the rock wall, and I was like, damn.
It's like, this is content for me.
Now that it's climbing, you're into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
this
tight.
looks fun. I'll go climb.
Fuck. You guys always get me. Oh, that's right. What's happening right now? What's happening on the streets of the internet and the world and society?
Murder.
Joan Rogan.
Oh, Joan Rogan.
Dude, the number of podcast episodes that keep getting pulled is going up.
Dad, you gotta stop watching Joe.
Is it just off of him saying the N-word?
Yeah, he apparently, like, there was a super cut of him saying the N-word a whole bunch, and then someone at
It's so
Spotify
funny
was
that
like,
someone makes a super
they
cut.
rung
It's
like a
super cut.
dinner bell,
Dude.
and they're like, someone go check all the episodes, and they started pulling eps.
Whoa.
Yeah, they pulled
Has
70.
anyone made like a
Yeah,
super
but now
cut?
it's like 100 something.
You know that song that's like the N-word like 5 times and it's like I'm 100% then the N-word again? I mean, has anyone made a super cut that's just all unique Joe Rogan instances of him saying it, but it's that song with the beat behind
I'm
it?
sure you could get there,
Yeah,
right?
someone get that shit on the way. Put
But
that shit on the conveyor belt.
I'm actually super interested to see what happens because Spotify is like, you pay that much fucking bread for a guy, you don't check to see if this could happen, and then it's like it happens, and then you're like, spaghetti Like, what
we
do
have one super cut, and it's called the Stavros episode.
me
No, of the yard.
of the yard? The yard gets us thrown in jail.
Yeah,
That episode's funny.
they
Not
pull
even
that up. I
close,
think it's funny.
bro. Not even close, bro. But I do think it's like, what the fuck did they do? They're in such a
They'll
dumb
croak,
spot that
dude.
they.
I think they might croak.
What do you mean?
Spotify,
What does croak mean?
like not
Croak means die.
support Joe Rogan.
Do you think they might? What's a better word? Bail?
They
They
probably,
might
but
bail.
he's probably. I feel like he's probably paid out no matter what in his contract.
It depends.
Yeah.
So contracts like this have like clauses where it's like, okay, if you specifically do something that damages the brand of the platform, for instance, say the N-word a bunch, and then have it put out into a video.
I'd
that
be shocked
everyone's-
though
It's
if
in
that,
my
if
YouTube
that,
contract. It
I-
says the N-word clause.
Yeah. Section 3.1.2.
Yeah,
which sounds like a really racist Christmas movie.
We had to redline it to just really get it.
So yeah, so so there's probably a part in the contract that the lawyers are going back and forth right now talking about, like, well, does this damage the platform?
I'd be surprised if it worked retroactively. If
Oh,
like,
it can, yeah.
that'd be
They can
crazy.
pull your money
because
back.
they're like, if you ever do this, and he's like, bet, and then they sign all this stuff, and they're like, wait, you did it a while ago, and he's like, yeah, you signed me. What are
They-
you talking about?
They can pull it back. The way legal contracts work is really interesting because you're just trying to put in enough language to when you do take it to court that you can like be like, well, it says reasonable right here, so that means a lot different things than certain.
You good, bro? Look, I'll
So,
leave you.
I don't
She's
know.
on mushrooms.
From someone who has like done contracts for Ludwig Anders, I'm so in the sauce of wondering what's going on in those meetings with all the people, and Joe Rogan just kind of shitting his own pants
I
and
s-
just like finger painting.
I saw like the headline and like the video. It's like Joe Rogan apologizes for his use of the N-word, and I was like, this is the first time I'm seeing one of these.
Yeah,
I was like-
it feels like
This feels like I've seen it before. Have I not? Kind of feels like the Berenstein Bears.
yeah, the Mandela
Um,
effect.
everyone says they've seen this video before, but they haven't.
It's just like, it was all old episodes, right? It's just
Yeah.
all you had to do was watch the old episodes.
Yeah,
They were up too.
they were just up.
Yeah.
And it's so
it wasn't
funny.
like a hidden thing.
It's like, why didn't you care at the time, Spotify? It's so trash. This is what the skeleton is what Eamon is right now.
I feel like they reversed. It feels like very open.
Can, like,
How do you like the
beetle.
grass though?
It's the same as the full.
Dude, he
I
is
don't know.
so still Eamon on mushrooms. I don't care about the grass. Like the grass, like whatever. Like I'm sorry, like whatever.
just
God,
grass.
I like it.
How do you feel? You're pretty chilling.
Yeah, the thing about me is the camera's on and I'm on.
So when the camera's off, you
Shut the
become
fuck
a
up. Shut the fuck up. He's such a prick.
You are reacting to mushrooms the same way you react to gummies.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
It's kind of like
They're
honestly.
kinda like,
Yeah, you. It's like in the same family tree of
Is
feelings.
that- Zipper, not if they are. the
It's more
same.
of like the feeling.
He's
right?
yeah, he's like
Really?
feel
yeah,
like-
he's big time nose.
Well, Zipper would know better than I do.
I feel
but
like light dose. It's like pretty. You feel more.
maybe we
you
haven't hit
You
the
laugh at shit. You think about shit differently. Shit.
maybe we haven't hit the event horizon yet. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
pretty
it's possible. I feel
30
like
minutes later, they're just sucking each other's dicks.
soon.
And
It
we're
just
like, stop!
it's like the SpongeBob like 2 minutes later.
Yeah.
Aiden's just getting top.
when we hit like the 20K and we do our Ket
that
episode,
That would be the worst
I just
thing.
still think I'm
We
just
get
gonna be
Tricky
on.
Mac on, do some ketamine. That'd be
Yeah,
dope.
it'd be great.
Ket up. Do you break for Ket? What do you break for?
No, it was lean the whole thing.
Lean, right? That was
No,
your
he had
drug.
a whole anecdote.
I forgot his lean drug.
People were telling me that their Spotify was force feeding them that song. That is my Edge Break song, and it's like a really old song, and I'm like, damn, the algorithm hard at work.
Wait, if you just
gross,
mention
dude.
it a bunch, it comes up.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
Remember what I said? There was a song if it came on in the club. That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
So people were messaging me like, who were like, that song is showing up in like my Spotify like recommended music
Yeah.
after the episode, but like I don't listen to Denzel Curry.
Bezos and Susan
And it's an
are
old
listening.
song.
They're listening to us right now.
That song came out when I was like a freshman
Mm.
in high school.
Do you think if Bezos and Susan like teamed up, but not in a business way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
What kind of way?
Really understood what you
like a way that wasn't business?
Yeah. Like pleasure.
and they fuck on that yacht while they throw tomatoes at it.
What tomatoes at what?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The Bezos yacht thing where they're like taking down this like big
Oh,
Dutch bridge
yeah.
to take it out, and there's gonna be protesters who throw tomatoes at the yacht as it like comes through.
That'll show them.
yeah,
God,
which is so fucking.
This sounds like a
funny.
Popeye episode.
But him and Susan making love on the yacht while protesters.
Yeah, Bezos is
throw
just fucking
tomatoes
like,
at it.
fuck you, dude.
Yeah,
There's no
well,
chill
good,
way to
that's
own
so
a yacht.
crass. Susan's getting more involved in that. I feel like.
If you own a
Or
yacht but
even-
it looks like a big old wiener, like the whole. That's a
you know
pretty
what?
chill way to own a yacht.
I think it's the only chill way to own a yacht.
Yeah.
It's a big wiener yacht.
Yeah, it's a big. No, because then, like, what if Elon Musk did it?
He
Ugh.
will. He is literally,
And we called it Moby Dick or something.
dude. Everything.
Ah.
Elon Musk is like your parents when you're 10, and
Yeah.
it's like, oh, you love Pokemon, and then Elon's like, oh, I do too, and you're like, fuck off, dude.
Pikachu.
Dad, you're such a
Piece
bitch.
of shit. How do you make everything less cool? What's the one thing he could touch that like he couldn't fuck with?
You couldn't fuck with Melee.
Imagine though.
Melee's already pretty lame culturally.
If Elon Musk got on timeline and was like, that's not safe or whatever, I'd just be like, yeah, bro, fuck you. I don't know.
yeah, I guess you're already lame. He wouldn't. Yeah, that's a good point.
Can't touch it.
Really communist play Melee, dude.
Hey,
They wouldn't
speak
like
on
it.
that.
That's
What?
true.
It's heavy.
No, like culturally, he'd be kicked out. The communist
Oh, I
way.
see.
No,
what
they
you're
would. If he showed up to a tournament, he would not get kicked out.
Hungry Box Snap runs a tourney with Elon Musk.
Oh, Elon, you wanna
Looks
play?
like the remains of a
How about
fire.
I give you get me a Tesla, and then I'll train you a Jigglypuff. And that's how he does
He
it.
beats him and he's just like, crazy that he's that smart. I was able to win.
Fucking Wantent, bro. You pointed out you pointed out on the stream in LACS when he beat Cody, and he like just freaking out. Yes! And then he like stops for a sec, goes and turns on Guile's theme,
He's still in streamer mode.
and then goes back
And
to
then it continues to
popping
pop off because the clip won't include that.
And you're just like, what's happening here?
Yeah, I realized that most of his Melee career was being a streamer before he was a streamer.
Yeah.
And like now I get it because like I'm streamer
Yeah,
brain.
the only that's one of the things that keeps me going on Juan is he was definitely doing the same thing in 2012 and nobody was fucking watching.
He was
That's
just
a good
streamer brain.
point. Yeah, it's a really good point.
Hear about
You
Kim and
ever-
Kanye? Kim and Kanye?
I saw
Yeah, they're in
the
news
text
every-
message.
Yo,
No, I'm talking about the one text message. You seen it?
Yeah, that shit's
It's
hilarious.
like
What is it?
it's
now I'm
a
doing-
cousin, Kim's cousin, right? Reaches out to Kanye and she's like, "Damn, fucked up what's been happening to you, Kanye."
You know they got
He's like,
divorced,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah,
Pete
yeah,
Davidson
I get
smash
it. Yeah, I get
and-
it. And then she's like, "But like, you think I can get Yeezys?"
No
Yeah.
way.
Next
and
message.
Kanye's like, don't talk to me about Yeezys right now.
Yeah.
There's literally a song about this where
What is it?
Kanye was like talking about how his cousin like tried to blackmail him or some shit.
Well, that's a laptop.
Yeah, yeah.
There was that one headline where it was like Kanye buys like massive house next to Kim Kardashian, and as like he was like stalking her or something, and it was like,
His kids are there.
yeah, what? They have kids.
What a freak, am I right? Twitter.
There's that weekend lyric too, and he's like, my cousin tried to take a picture with me at grandma's funeral.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I'm like,
dude. That's
damn.
it's gonna be you.
That's gonna be you.
No.
But I'm your
Bro,
cousin.
you're gonna be at a funeral of your family member, and like someone's gonna walk up and be like, "Yo, dude, fucking plan is simple."
It happened at Mikey's wedding. That little fucking.
Yeah, but that was cute. That was a wedding.
Yeah, that was like a 14-year-old kid. And he comes up.
They're
to
just
you.
the
Should be
funeral.
like, get the
they're
fuck
just the
out of my
funerals
face.
of love.
I don't want to have to be at Slime's funeral being like, "Yo, okay, man, we'll go to the side though."
Dude, if someone comes to my funeral and they're disrespectful, I require you guys to literally
I'll jump him.
beat the shit out of them.
I'm down.
If somebody's
I will
I will make
disrespectful-
that promise to you.
If somebody's disrespectful at my
This is
funeral, don't do anything.
Yeah, because
Dead.
you don't care,
Doesn't
because
matter.
you're dead, because fucking life doesn't matter, because you're
I'm
so
it's
fucking
just
red
it's
pilled.
just dirt and soil, dude. It doesn't fucking
Yeah,
mean
dude.
anything.
That's not.
But
Yeah,
also
dude.
like, can you bury
You're a
me with
piece
like
of
this
shit.
album I really like? That would mean a lot.
Yeah. It's called Nujabes.
I don't know if you've heard it, pretty underground stuff.
Dude, I love New
Have you heard
Jersey. I'm
Feather?
with you on that. I'm with you on that.
God, I wanna.
It's like it starts with this like cool guitar part, and it's like, but then a beat comes in.
Yeah,
And
it's really
also, if you
experimental,
could-
but like fresh.
If you could bury me with a flash drive full
Oh,
of
I'm so
Samurai
living right now.
Champloo. But also, let me tell you about how Spider-Man is subversive.
What the fuck? That's not what I said.
But that's where I come from. That's how it feels. That's how it feels. That's how it
Oh my
feels.
God. Anthony's caricature of me is a menace, and I will agree with that. the version
Agree with
of
yourself.
me that Anthony has crafted, like for
That I
the
scream at
for
my
the
head.
story, is I'd hate that.
It's not for this. Here's the thing. You think it's for the story. That is literally what I see in my head.
yeah.
That's the person I'm screaming at. Whether
No,
or not it lines up
It
with
happened
you.
this morning at lunch. I was like, this
Weapon.
place looks different, and you were like, yeah, I told you.
I did fucking tell you
Yeah,
that.
and then I was like,
And you're
"Yes,
like, yeah, but
know."
I saw it for myself, and now I care.
No, that's not.
But that's
is
how
that,
it felt.
That's how you interpret it. See, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm with
He
you.
just
I'm with you. Hey,
You're with me.
I was-
no, I'm never with you.
He's with me.
I'm,
me.
I'm with Eamon.
I was just like,
Stand with Aiden.
no, I remember you saying that. That's why I said something.
It's just nice to hear an acknowledgement. Yo, you said this place was different, but fuck, I'm really surprised. And I'd be like, I know.
I was surprised. God, this is such a shitty. I feel like this is such a shitty episode, bro.
Really?
Yeah, this
This has
is,
been really nice.
dude. Has it? This feels like.
Yeah.
I feel like this is.
Really?
Aiden has
I
ego
keep
death and
thinking
realizes
about
we
it.
aren't funny.
That's crazy. This has been really
I
nice.
think it's been a mid-app. I think you guys need to be more topic Sherpas.
I think this has been really
Yeah,
good.
I'm having a great time.
Yeah, you guys are. Hey, you know what?
But
Let
it's
the
possible.
let the sober guys judge how funny we are. Look at you.
Me and
Tell me this is
Aiden are
bad content.
shrewd
Dude,
too.
I need Yan's opinion. Yan
Yan?
is the only person who can ground
Yeah,
me right
get in
now.
here. You need to talk to Eamon
Yeah.
right now. Okay.
Yan, what's your opinion on the episode?
Wait, we got.
Ooh, that's a nice gold.
Fine.
Gradient scale.
1
On
to
a
10.
Gradient scale, 1 to 10.
A 7. You hear that?
Yan,
And
be,
Yan has
be
high
honest,
standards.
Yan. Have you listened to other episodes besides the one you recorded last week? Fair enough.
And what was that?
Alright.
What was that episode at? Yeah,
Last one was good, I thought.
Last one was a 9. This is a 7.
we're subpar.
We're trying to carry. It's hard.
Happens.
I'm just
It's alright.
all I can think about is how I don't know everything.
What's wrong?
No, tell me.
Tell us-
Speak
my,
your piece.
My hands are so sweaty, dude, and I don't think I would have noticed it unless Zipper had said something.
You want this guy?
No,
Take
he's
the
not gonna
guy.
help. It's a fucking.
I want you to hold the
No,
guy.
He's
hold the
got
guy.
his own guy.
I've got my own guy.
Well, you're not holding him. He's
That's right.
lonely.
Yeah, because I don't want to make him sweaty.
He
That's
wants.
a good
He
point.
wants
You
to
have
be sweaty.
hands, bro.
He is a Snorlax. I feel like he sits in the sun all day, farting.
Shitting, farting.
He's crazy.
So mad at
Why me?
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Let's go. I get off the heat off me.
because I feel like you're not you're not
Oh.
on the same level right now.
He
Yeah,
wants you
I
to
feel
suffer.
Come on,
that-
man.
that- Look, this is what I think to myself. I think, one, he's doing worse than me, so I look way better. Right?
This is like exactly the Gummy episode.
Two, these guys, it's all on them. So if the episode blows, it's their fault.
I'll
not
take
our
that.
fault.
I'll take it. 'cause
100%.
All
it's
we
a
have
good
to
ep.
do, our job
Your
is
hands,
just
your
to be
hands are
high.
also sweaty.
I know.
Are
I've
they?
been drying
Let
them
me
up.
touch- I want to touch
No,
you.
you don't get it.
Can I get a touch? Can I get a touch?
Our one job
One touch.
is just to make
That was
ourselves
sad.
be
Oh
high.
my god, dude.
Don't do that.
You
don't-
feel you
it's
feel
like
like a corpse.
Yeah, you're like a
Corn
sluggy,
husband.
sluggy
No
bear.
husband.
I think
Have you seen Australian Corpse Husband?
What? No.
You haven't seen this
I
guy?
would love this.
He's Australian Corpse Husband. He's
Oh,
on
what's up,
TikTok.
Bubba?
He has a deep voice. He has a Japanese girlfriend.
Wow, he's really living all the dreams
Except
simultaneously.
Joke me like you hate me, like you like me.
That's pretty good.
Corpse also got an anime.
Corpse got an anime?
yeah,
He's like
I-
voicing an anime guy.
He's a character
real
in anime,
world.
yeah.
Corpse is such a. I am actually. It's like him and Dream are like two people I'm deathly afraid to talk about ever at all.
Really?
I'm dead ass. Their fandom is fucked up scary.
Wait, I'm scared of Dream. Let's target
I'm
it
not
down.
afraid of Dream. I'm afraid of the people,
The people-
that will send me
people
my
behind
IP
Dream.
address from 7 houses ago. I'm scared of that.
a bunch of them are listening to this and they're like, "Goddamn right."
That's right. Hey,
Yeah.
you guys win. You're the new Anonymous. Back when Anonymous was like kind of cool and subversive.
It is cool that Anonymous is built around Minecraft now,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the great unifier.
and they can just lash out at anyone.
Anyone that pisses them off, and I respect that power. Power respects power.
Where is your power?
In
What is your what can you do?
I'm charming.
I'm nice.
I'm
He is
nice.
charming.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He is. He's even sending me texts. What?
Hey, all Eamon knows is that I'm a charming guy,
Yeah.
and he respects me for that.
Yeah. But I still don't think you have as much power as Dream.
No, I don't.
His
That's why I
army.
respect power.
Right. That's fair.
It's like I'm the consul of Rome, and I'm Biblius,
Dare
who's
I
a
say?
who's a huge pussy, and then Caesar's the other consul, and that's a Dream. And I'm like, hey, Big G, do what you do. I'll be in my home, not doing anything, because I'm scared.
I think people fear you.
They do, but they shouldn't. They should fear Dream.
I think they should. Cutie's scared of you a bit. Because you're going to do the, maybe like a little red carpet.
Yeah, the red carpet interview.
She's scared.
It's funny because we talked about doing the red carpet interviews for her award show, and I'm like, oh, I would love to do that. Ludwig didn't think I would like to do that, which is funny because maybe he's trying to get me off of it.
No, I just maybe like you were tired of. You always hated when someone was like, "Do slime on the scene again."
Yeah, Slime on the Scene I thought was.
Is that not
it was
just,
a beat
like,
bit.
doing
But
Slime on
no,
the Scene
because a
again?
red carpet spoof is a much different environment, even though it might not seem that way for Man on the Street. So I'm like down, and I was also telling her I was like, this is literally my bread and butter. It's the one thing I'm good at. I would like to do it. She's
Yeah.
like, okay, but she's afraid I'll like hurt a streamer's
Well, yeah, because
feelings.
you like.
Here's the thing.
Saikuno comes up to you. All right,
Mm-mm.
let's do it. I'm Saikuno. I'm coming up to you.
Oh, can you do a good Sykkuno impression?
Hey, how's it going, Slime?
God, you sound so weird all the time. Why are you like that?
I don't know. I just.
Go fuck yourself. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. End scene. All right, let's run
Yeah.
it for real. Let's run it for real.
Okay.
Whoa, what's up here? I'm at the crazy cool streamer awards. I got Sykkuno here. How's it going,
Hey,
bud?
How's it going, Slime?
You seem in good spirits, but you never seem like you're not.
Yeah, I'm just having a good time here.
Are you afraid of anything in the world?
God.
God.
Yeah.
I guess we are afraid of the things
I fear God.
that we can't kill. Back to
His
you.
thunderous roar rings in my head daily, and I get out on my knees and I ask him for forgiveness. And,
And it'll never come, and I see
it never
corpses
comes.
and flesh and burning flesh and flesh and flesh and flesh.
And I cover my mouth 'cause I think he might hear me speak, and I don't want him to know what I'm thinking. Oh yeah.
This
Well,
is a
that's
scary
crazy.
place to be.
Anyway,
It'll be. I'm telling you. I know the fun part about Man on the Street is making sure you're the butt of the joke all the time. You get your jab in, and then you come back and you go, no, you're the guy for real.
Yeah.
And it's.
I think you'll do great.
It's so. It's.
I trust. I'm not
so
nervous.
good at it. So yeah,
I
get
am gonna
nervous
take
about you
this
around,
very slow.
influencer friends of mine.
I'm sure. How
Just
so?
as a human.
How so?
Just because, like, you know, I just don't want, like, because you're so close to me. We're so close.
who do you
together.
if you stand if you
So, dude, they
All right.
all love him.
so here's my question, ready?
They all hate him at
Look,
first, though.
Look,
No,
look,
it's not
look.
true.
So
Holding a
we're all
stream.
going to. So one of your streamer. Let's just say someone we don't know. So like Toast
Right.
invites you to like a house party.
Right.
With all the streamer friends, and
Right.
we all carpool together.
Oh,
And once we get
okay,
there,
okay. This is the
you
scary part. This is the
realize
scary
that
part.
You left something at home, and you want 2 of us to go back with you, and you want 1 of us to go in because we're on time. Who do you send in? Who do you send in to be the one who has
Aiden.
to?
It's
ass-
always
100%.
Aiden.
I would
It's not
send him
even
in.
Close.
That's a
to
bad
Aiden.
question because it's so obvious.
I literally didn't.
It
even
was
know
a convoluted scenario. It was a
so
scenario
sorry. I was
basically.
literally thinking of something to myself quietly in the
It
corner.
was a
What-
convoluted
here it
scenario.
is. I wanna know
where
what you
one
were
of us has
thinking.
to go in.
Guys, it's not funny at
I
all.
would like to know.
No.
It's okay.
I was just sitting. I'm just fucking.
So the question was, Ludwig brings all of us, the 3 of us, and himself to a disguised Toast's house where there's a bunch of people and it's
It's a
just
dinner party.
And you
It's
send
like-
one of us in first.
And he says he's like, oh shit, I forgot my big giant Sibian I was gonna give to Toast. We have to go back and get it, but it's so heavy because
Yeah,
it's comically big.
It's so big.
3 of us need to carry it.
It's
You're
a
right. You're
three-man
right.
job.
You're right. Mine was more convoluted.
But one
We're
of
making
us,
it simpler.
but one of us need to stay here and be like, hey, I'm representing
Right.
the Ludwig delegation, but it can't be Ludwig.
Yeah.
So which one of us does he leave
It's so
to,
weird that it can't be me.
to be at the dinner?
Can't be you.
To be at the dinner party.
It'd be
funny
kind
that
of
it
fucked
can't
up
be
if
you.
you were supposed
It's
to bring
so
it and then you
funny.
send us to get it. You know?
Yeah,
that's
actually,
fair, that's fair.
that's a good point.
Yeah, that'd be like I
Good
sent my
point.
lackeys.
And
Yeah.
so the question is, who does he send in and who does he bring
Dude,
home?
it-
And it's obviously
It's always
you.
Aiden.
It has to be.
That's right.
But to get to your point, which I think is what you're going for, is your second Slime wouldn't be close to first because he makes me nervous if he's around like the influencer types because he doesn't care about anyone in no matter what they do. No sheen.
You might show up and Slime might have gone home.
Yeah.
No,
I'll just see you in an
that's
Uber.
part of what.
I think it's what
That's
makes
part
him
of
so
why they
great.
respect him
Yeah.
so much.
But let's
Everybody-
not forget what happened to Austin.
I had to,
Saikuno.
I made someone feel bad, and I had to say sorry, and I was like, you know what, they were right for Austin's sake.
I don't know if
As far as Saikuno, I think I still believe what I said, but I just worded it terribly and got shit on for it, which is fine too. But yeah, you're right. My method of living sincerely and not caring about status, unless it's like Mango, is definitely haphazard, and it costs me. It's consequential. Your method of living, where you're just really nice to everyone because you don't harbor bad emotions because you train
I
yourself
love
not
Carl
to.
Jacobs.
It's like, okay, great.
What
You-
about-
that's money on your mind. I just want to die fulfilled.
I got Minecraft
What
in
about
my mind.
Quinn Dota? Do you respect him?
Yeah, things great.
Who would you be fearful if they came to you, celebrity? You'd be like,
Dream.
no, like
Wait.
more like.
No, if you
Oh
met
my
Dream
God,
in
that's so
person,
cool.
you wouldn't be fearful.
I'd be fearful. He could say anything, and he could have me killed in 2 seconds with Bitcoin Hitman.
Yeah. He could do to
Are
you.
you more afraid
remember,
of Dream or Bezos?
We might
Dream.
have to bleep this, but remember what did at the party to you?
God.
Dream could do that to you.
Yeah, I know. And then it actually
what did-
booms me.
We should tell it. That's a good story.
I'll fucking tell it.
Oh.
Fuck it. So there's this person. Well, we'll beep their name. This person who was at the time dating a Smash player. This was at the Big House 2017. You know, this actually ties in because at the time, I had Shab, who I didn't know really well at the time. Shab had said something mean to me in like Mango's chat rooms, and I checked him on it. I was like, "Oh, you said that fucked up shit to me. What's up, bro?" And I was half joking, but I was half being like, you know, "Hey."
I remember.
The
you
slime
know,
thing.
And Ludwig pulls me aside. This is back when like we're just little baby bears. We're nobodies, and he's like, "Hey, bro, chill out. Like we're kind of like rubbing elbows with these guys. You should like be nice to them." And I was like, "Fuck that!" And we went. And so, anyway, Shab
This is
ended
gonna
up.
happen at the dinner party. That's
Shab
why
ended
by
up being a
himself.
great friend. I
Yeah.
love that fucking guy so much. We'll call you soon. And so we're at this like after party. It's big house. It's in a hotel, and this girlfriend of a Smasher comes up to me, and I don't know her at all. And she whispers in my ear, and then it was basically something that asked me to whisper in her ear because it's like kind of loud. And so I go and I reply to her, and then she immediately after I'm done saying whatever my response was to her, which is just like some innocuous thing,
yeah.
Yeah.
she goes, "This guy just called me a slur for Chinese people," but she said what the slur was, and I'm like, "No,"
Yeah.
'cause I didn't, and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then a couple people look, but a lot of people already know this bit apparently, so they're like don't care. They think it's funny.
Problem with this bit.
I'm mortified.
The problem with this bit is someone about 12 people away who doesn't know the bit heard that and then instantly was like, shit, and like believed it and
Yeah.
like went somewhere else.
Not a good
It's a
bit.
crazy bit.
And then a little bit later, I'm a little bit like 10 seconds later, she's like, "I'm just kidding." She says it to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Okay.
Ken
You're
has
weird.
already endgamed the most okay version of this bit,
Yeah.
which is him going up to you and trying to
Dude,
goad you.
Kenshin
into
wields his
saying it.
ethnicity like a crazy fiery
Yeah.
sword.
He's like, you can say it.
And you're like, no, I'm not gonna
No,
do it. He's
I'm
like,
not gonna
it's
do
just
it.
you and me in here,
He
bro.
tries to give you a safe
And
space.
then, dude, you know the kicker with that bit was he would get Danica to come over.
Oh
And he's like,
God, dude.
no, Danica's cool with it too. Danica, you know what I'm talking about? And then she'd just like, what? And then say it.
Yeah.
Like she'd just say it out loud. And then Danica would be in on it.
Oh, God, dude, it's oh.
It's 2 against
no,
1?
I'd crumble. I like
Yeah.
basically
Like,
crumbled
no,
every
stop
time.
it.
It's like
Stop.
the Samuel L. Jackson interview. You ever seen that? It's like
Oh yes.
a guy asked a question. He's like, "So what do you think about like the N-word?" And like Samuel L. Jackson stops. He's like, "What word?
Yeah.
Nobody? Nowhere? Nothing?"
It's so funny.
And he's like, "Just say it." And the guy's like, "No, it won't go to air if you say it. I can't say it."
There's this old video that's like this older black guy on Instagram with like this young kid, and he's like goading him into like saying a line, and the kid is so uncomfortable. I can't
Oh
say
my
that.
God.
Terrible thing to do to a child.
Yeah, it's just like,
Hey, you wanna do something that'll fuck with you way later on?
yeah.
He's part of the Jacob farm.
Hey, bro, if you're selling Jacom, you can say what you want because you live a lawless life.
Dude, sick merch idea by the way.
Jankum jars?
Yard Jankum jars. Yeah, and you can pick which one of
I'm
us.
down.
Zippers Jankum jars like got fucking green shit coming out of it.
How did the merch go? It probably sold out.
Oh,
Dude,
ripped out.
Is
Dude,
it
merch.
gone?
So like merch opened up, and the large hoodies sold out in I think 40 seconds.
Oh.
And then I was like, oh shit. So I made a tweet and I was like, by the way, hoodies are oversized. So if you get a medium, you usually wear a large, it'll probably fit.
You said that
and,
after it sold
and
out?
then when I sent the tweet, medium sold out the next minute.
Oh, by the way, they're super oversized.
Yeah. And
Small words.
I think we learned a big lesson from this merch drop, which was maybe supply more merch. I mean, we did a lot. It was a surprising amount that sold out so fast.
Yeah,
but-
that's cool that people care and they want to buy our products and try to get us to have $1 million. That's the goal. Once I hit $1 million, I'm out. So, good luck.
like
pussies.
personal dollars or yourself.
Yeah,
I see. Okay.
untaxed.
You're not out.
I'm out once I get $1 million
You got your
post-tax.
slime ideas.
Yeah, but I don't need to be
Oh,
in the yard
slime
for
deals.
this.
Dude, you ever get a DM from Slime that's like a slime idea?
You piece of shit. You piece of shit. Because I had a good idea, and you said, no. I'll say what it is. I was like,
No,
Slime
let me
idea.
pitch it the way
No,
I
Fuck
would.
you.
I would
Fuck
hear
you.
slime idea.
Stop.
Slime sends
Cock.
me a
'Cause
text.
he has to be the guy that does pitch it, you know?
Slime sends me a text. He goes, "Let's make a movie with Germa." And then I don't reply because I'm like,
Right,
Because why reply to your fucking friend who
I'm
loves
surprised you
you?
didn't message me that.
because this is a nothing burger of a
Eat my
an
shit.
idea.
It's not a nothing burger because he's an artist, dude. I watched that stream and I said, this is a beautiful man who
Right.
does shit because he cares.
Hey, this
Because
is
he
a-
fucking rules.
This is the next Germa stream
It was
that I
great.
did with Germa.
He was really funny.
It was a good stream. And then you come into my room and you go, "Let's make a movie with Germa."
Yeah, just repeat
You
the text.
pitch it. And it's not even an idea.
Suck my dick, because here's what he said. Here's why he won't do it. He's like, no. I'm like, okay, I get that answer a lot. I was like, why not? Because he's like, I said, okay, what if we just produce it, right? What if we produce like a Germa production, and it's like our thing, we like star him? Because he's like, he's Germa, dude, and he fucking would kill it. And then he's like, no. I was like, why not? Because he's like, if I was going to do that much effort, I would just want to be the star. And I'm like, and I thought that was a fine answer. I thought that made a lot of sense. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But then I was like, well, he's never going to do that because he's always busy.
Yep.
GG, goodbye. And I was like, okay.
You know what Ludwig said to me? If this is a leak, we can take it out of the episode. But me and Ludwig were leaving the rock climbing gym, and I was like, Ludwig, help me brainstorm an idea because I really want to do like a rock climbing piece of content for the Yard Patreon. I'm like, help me brainstorm an idea. He goes, I'll do you one better. I'm working on an idea for that, and you can come film it. And I was like, Ludwig, I want to.
Why would you say
I'm like, I want to do it. And he was so genuine. And I'm like, I'm telling you this because I want to do the thing because I like this hobby.
he's like, hey, Ludwig, I want to take a trip to Nepal. And he's like, I'll do you one better.
You can film my trip.
You can book my ticket.
And then we go together. No, I think it was more so that rock climbing content is something that we should do because we talk about it so much. But it's such a, I don't know how to do it.
That's just not at all related to what you said.
I don't know how to do it,
not
and
what you-
so I
That's
just kind of
not what
want
you
to
said.
throw you at it.
Nope.
That's not what you said
That's
in the
not.
car.
No.
That's not what you said
No.
in the car.
You can try one more time if you want.
Say what you said.
I'll act like I didn't hear that. And
Be
you
a
can try
bar
again.
man. We got him.
I was so mad. I'm
We
like,
finally beat Ludwig.
I was like,
lost.
okay, I don't want to brainstorm anymore, but fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah, you need to work on that. Your bedside
I'll
manner.
work on it, man.
Good luck with the video though.
Do you consider yourself a playboy? Playboy?
We're at 90, fellas.
Do you consider yourself
Are
a
we?
playboy?
We're at
Playboy?
90. Big 90.
Answer my question.
Zip, is this
Oh,
true?
we actually are.
We're at Big 90.
Oh.
Shit.
Do you consider yourself a playboy? Playboy?
I do.
Chloe's not a
Playboy,
playboy.
but I don't playboy. All that, etc.
Give us a little unzip. I want to see.
I want to see some holes.
Show us your mutt.
Why are you doing this to me?
Show us your mutt.
Why you make me get high and then make me unzip?
Show us your, show us your
Well, I don't like.
That was good defense.
Yeah.
That was a good
That's
defense.
what they've done all day.
Y'all are out of context. You're gonna love that one.
They say get high for this pod, but then unzip for me.
No.
No, it's
It's
alright.
not like
it's alright.
that.
You, I'm
we're gonna do
sorry.
it. We're
Come
gonna do
on.
a bonus episode.
How do you guys? Okay, now that we've reached the 90 minutes, I want you. How do you feel from when you started to now? How do you guys feel?
I feel like pretty good.
You feel good? You look high strung, but maybe I'm just smoking
I
weed.
feel like I'm weirdly angrier than
You're really hitting the whole spectrum, huh?
I don't know what. Like I feel like the first 30 minutes everything was just really funny. Like now it's like sometimes it's funny, but sometimes it's just,
Yeah, I think I want to be more of a consumer than an adder.
what are you saying?
Like I
What does that mean?
don't want to while high be like adding and being a part of it, but more so consuming. it,
Right, you don't want
which
to put
I
that
don't have the
effort,
option to do if I'm like a fourth of a podcast.
You do. Me and Nick could carry.
I don't think you can. Is what I felt in that episode.
That's the funny part, because we can.
Yeah,
But you're
I-
just seeing
I
it so fucked
I
up.
think we actually
feel
have
like
maybe
that-
the whole time.
Like from my perspective, that episode was.
That's so interesting. All right, hey guys, vote on your phones if you made it this far in the YouTube comments. If you thought, I want you to genuinely rate this episode, how you felt about it, 1 out of 10. Yen gave it a 7. Maybe it's higher, maybe it's lower
What's
now.
going on in your head, Aiden?
I want to go pee so bad, and
We're-
I promised that I wouldn't pee on the set anymore.
To
Who?
To
Yourself?
A friend of mine that listens, and I'm not gonna pee on the set.
Is
it
I'm
your
gonna
dad?
Pee downstairs.
A friend
it's
of
not my
yours.
dad.
A friend of yours made you promise not to pee.
No,
on
they didn't make me do anything. I fucking let me go pee. Why am I being interrogated?
He's getting too angry. All right, so we'll see you on the Patreon if you want more of this adventure. We're going to hug our stuffed animals, hug your stuffed animals at home. We will see you on the bonus.
Goodbye.
The reason why I say this is my dad has stories, right? He talks about his life. He's been around for a long fucking time. One time, he tells me this story about the time he went to an orgy. And he said he was like 16 or 17. He like hated his parents, and he got it. And in the 70s, apparently you could do anything, and people like talked like idiots. My dad's, what was it, like his outlook on like women and asking them out or like whatever. He's like, you ask 100 girls out, 99 of them say no, one of them says yes.
Yeah.
He's like, and I'm like, I would tell him like, your game is so bad probably. Like, how did you ever pull girls? And that's what he told me.
Yeah.
right? And
It's a
so-
numbers game.
Yeah, it's like it's a numbers game. And then, dude,
Still calls them broads.
I visited. I went with him.
Sweetheart.
Hey, sweetheart, come here.
sweetheart.
Come on.
I
Oh,
went
it's
with him to his
awful.
old hometown. It was a long time ago. We went up with one of his like old like high school friends, and he's like weird too. And he's like, "Oh, you and my old man, we're a couple of." And I'm like, And I'm like,
No
in
way.
my head, I'm like, who? I have never heard that
Dude,
word.
I've
That's
never,
a Dark Souls
dude,
enemy.
Up until you told that story the first time, I've never heard that phrase.
And I'll say it now
ever.
when I'm trying to make you guys laugh. I'll pull out, and it's just like really
It
crass.
is
Dude,
so
it's
crass.
so,
Holy
dude, it
shit.
cuts
It
so
is
hard. I do
jarring.
not like that at
It'll
all.
get this video demonetized, actually.
So my dad,
We will have to mute out that word.
my dad, he tells me the story. It was a long time. He's like, I tell you, I went to an orgy, and I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, so I was like 18, and I flew out to California because I knew a guy out there who like played jazz. He's actually really good at the piano, which is also weird. And he's like, I played jazz. I hang out with the jazz guys.
That's-
And
By the way, that's also what Anthony would do every day, or Anthony's dad would do every day while he stayed at our house, is he would sit all day, watch TV, and then about every 2 hours, he would play piano
And
for
then
like
read
30
a book
minutes.
for 30 minutes and then
Yeah, and then
go
go back
watch
to the TV.
and
It was
and all the while wishing he was gambling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a man of culture all around.
And so he's like, I went to California and I met up with these guys and they took me to this like mansion, it's like this rich people's mansion, and I figure out it's an orgy, and everyone's like taking their clothes off and they start having sex, and I'm like 16, right? And so I start, I take off my clothes, and he's so crass, dude. He's like, and I start pulling my pud in the corner.
No way.
He said this. He's like, I start pulling my pud.
He's like the lyrics of a Primus song.
Dude,
Pulling my pud.
Pulling my pud.
I've never heard that
Never
word.
heard pud in my
and
life.
he's like, and I go up to this, this
Call
woman,
Bud every day.
and she's like naked, and I'm like, hey, and he's like talking about himself, and he's being a prick. He's like, hey, could you possibly perhaps like suck my dick?
Could you plush in my pud?
And she goes, no. And he's like, and so I didn't have sex with anybody, and I just ended up just leaving, and I went home.
He jerked off in the corner at an
Yeah.
orgy. That was the
And
story he
that's,
told you.
and that's when you said that.
I will say people are gonna ask why Aatrox's not on the pod, and I will answer this because I fucking hate that guy.
Oh,
Let me tell you why. This piece of shit.
we got beef?
Yeah, we got beef, bro. So you know how we have.
It's the beef bell. Boom, boom.
Can we all do a well at the
Duke 'em
same
up.
time to
Duke
see
'em
if
up.
he can hear us from down
All
there?
right, on 3. 1, 2, 3. And as I'm driving, I'm like, oh, I need them to do these things. And so I planned out my boss speech to you guys
Yeah.
in the car. I was driving. I was like, and then I'll point to Slime and tell him
Yeah,
exactly what
it
spreadsheet.
was much more rehearsed than usual.
Yeah.
Right? You had a lot more ideas formed up, which is great. I think you did great. Anyway, so he comes in, he starts telling me stuff, but he starts talking to Aiden. He's like, "So what's the deal with shipping? Are we like? I know it's a lot. Is there anything we can do about that?" And Eamon was like, basically the thing I just said. He's like, "Well, no. It's really expensive because for one, it's COVID, and people have an expectation of free shipping." And then we start joking around. Ludwig's like, "Okay, I think I'm gonna need you to stop this whole COVID thing." And Eamon's like, "Oh yeah, the pandemic. Okay, okay, I'll get on that." And then he's like, "Yeah, get Jill Biden on the phone."
It's too big for Joe.
It's too big for Joe. And then I was like, "Yeah, you need to make Jill Biden squirt."
Why did you say that?
Because
I feel like you guys really set me up with a lot here, right? You
I'm
gave
just
me a
telling
lot
you.
of story, but then the jump from her not being mentioned to making her come.
And then you finish the fucking owl.
Now you don't know the news?
No, I know one, but it's like really. I feel like it's okay.
Defensive one's fine.
Yeah, sure. Former TikTok star who was murdered by her.
Hold on, is it the news?
It's news time, Ludwig. Give us the news.
Her body was found. Her boyfriend's missing. They're searching for him currently. So we're on the tour, and then on the bus, Cutie's just divulging shit,
Yeah,
bro.
she's talking to me about this. She leans over, and this is me and Ludwig and her just talking about like normal shit, I'd say. And then all of a sudden there's kind of a lull, and she's like, "So do you think they have Plan B in Italy?"
Not a casual lull breaker.
Yeah.
That's not a casual lull breaker.
And I'm like blown away because this isn't like Cutie isn't trying to be like, I wouldn't say she's like trying to be funny. This question is clearly like mostly
Also,
genuine.
you're the worst human to ask that because you'll actually answer. You'll be like, the Italian medical system's actually much more robust than the United States. It's more comparable to like Canada.
I feel like they probably do.
I actually used the word robust.
I kind of
when
want to do the
answered.
wine
Yeah.
tour thing right now, but maybe later we could go chat.
How about we like schedule an hour to talk
Hold
about this?
on. I think this is a fair reaction. This is a fair reaction because it's like, to me, this is such a ridiculous question.
Appropriate because I want to get inside the mind of you, Eamon Gaiman. He had a nightmare last night,
You little nightmare.
and I'd like you to tell the
What?
people about your nightmare, and we can all kind of talk about what the fuck this means.
Okay.
Oh, buddy, it's okay.
Sigmund Freud.
I cannot explain like the setting entirely, but I'm kind of like in a mountainous sort of woods, and I'm like with other people, and there are groups of other people that I know in this woods, and I go to like meet up or like hang out with like a large group of them. The context is sort of lost on me as I forget more of the dream over the course of the day, but the important thing is that there is this a gang of guys, and and 2 of them are.
18 cowboys.
Do you guys remember 2 of the bad guys from Sky High?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ones that run around fast and have stretchy arms?
Trial and
Yeah.
Quickie.
It's those 2 guys, but without superpowers.
Okay.
And they're in the gang, and then the head of the gang is Miles Teller
From Whiplash.
from Whiplash.
Whiplash. That's
Right.
right.
And for some reason, this gang of guys, because there's the 3 of them, and that's who I remember, and then everybody else in the group is like faceless. But every time I encounter them in this woods, they proceed to viciously beat the shit out of me and like do heinous things to me. Like they'll pee on me and it's not in like a cool sexual way.
Oh, it's not the cool sexual
Not the
way.
sexual way.
Fuck.
It's
That
like
sucks.
it's like I'm horrified and I have to keep running away from these people who are doing awful things and I just cannot
Not
process
just
why
people,
this
Miles
is
Teller.
happening.
Whiplash too.
So
And I
you don't
keep-
want them to
I
pee on
keep
you.
trying to explain to them like why they're I don't want them to like punch me or pee on me or anything.
Right.
Which
This
is what
sounds
they
like a
keep
you
doing.
problem.
And at some point in the dream, I'm confronted by these guys for like the 3rd or the 4th time because they'll like hunt me through the woods. And the 4th time, I'm so desperate. Like I'm in the dream, I'm like crying, and I'm like. I tried to tell Miles, I'm like, dude, Whiplash is one of my favorite movies. Like, why are you doing this to me? And they just keep going. And then I woke up because I'm like so
rushing,
fucking
dragging.
And he looks me in the eyes and he's like, and I will fuck you like a pig. Like,
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
To Anthony.
No.
Wha-
No. Oh, he likes that one.
No, he doesn't. He's high.
He likes that one.
You don't get credit
Hey,
for that.
Emin.
This guy got rocked.
Emin.
How long has it been? Zipper, how deep are we? There's no shot.
Emin.
He got that ripped by no megalome.
Amen.
Is Miles Teller in the room right now?
Sorry, go on. What was your question?
audio listeners, he just
Shut up!
He's just
Shut up,
I'm
you
peeing on
skinny
me.
long guy! Oh, Miles Teller, stop pissing on my head!
Am I your pace now?
What do you? So I have a question. Like, if you wanted to act, like, let's say we shoot this sketch, right? Can I want to do a little bit of improv. Can you be talking to Connor Eats Pants, wearing his hard hat, stood on his face? He's been testing out fleshlights all day, and I need you to say
Quality check.
and just talk to the fireplace as if it's Connor, and you're sternly
Same light.
reprimanding Connor for not getting through enough today. And
Can you give her intro line, please?
yeah. Hey, Amaranth, I was wondering if I can go home a little early today. It's my birthday.
What do you think I fucking pay you for, Connor?
Oh wow. Oh, we're gonna get there.
Wow. Wow. We're there.
Keep it going a little bit. You're right. I'm sorry. It's just like, I'm out. You know, I don't
You know what I
have.
did for my birthday? I streamed and I farmed Coomers. The least you can do is inspect these pussies for them.
Yes, Miss Amaranth. And scene.
Oh wow, this is gonna be good.
It is a great like fight back. It's like, can I have a day off? And it's like, you fuck pussy for a living. People would die to be in your shoes, you bitch.
What are you gonna do when you're taking your fucking day off? Not fuck?
Yeah.
That's what you want to do?
Oh, you
What, are you
don't want to
gonna
have
read a
pussy?
book?
What, you want to go fuck yourself instead?
Yeah, we'll get it
Oh,
rolling.
this is so money.
She's working right now, Sakurai, to be the next character in Ultimate.
Dude, Amaranth.
Amaranth
What would it
splashes.
be?
Dude, her,
I love
her
Flash
down
on the
smash is
scene, yeah.
busted.
I love the idea of like Donkey Kong and like Villager walking down the street and bumping into Amaranth on the road. It's like, oh yeah, here's your invite.
Do you play
Everyone
Super
really does
Smash
need
Brothers?
to make a Super Smash, but with influencers and like get the permission to be in the game.
Yeah,
Or-
fighting
Or
game.
not
So
the
fun.
permission. What the fuck are they gonna do? They don't know shit.
Honestly, that Warner Brothers game has LeBron James in it, so we're not very far from that world.
Do you play Super Smash Brothers, or have you played it before?
Yeah, yeah. I grew up with the Melee.
Who
You
do you,
play
who do you
Kirby?
main?
Pikachu. I'm a down B spammer.
Wow.
I'm savage.
Biga.
I'm
Big,
annoying.
I love that.
Down B too, though. I mean, that's you're already like mid-level.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're on your
I-
way to the top.
There was just this huge tournament this past weekend, and you might know because you got so many posts about IBDW, and I believe you
Mhm.
congratulated him. But there was a
Yeah.
Pikachu player at that tournament who used down B a lot. So,
That's right.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's
You
right.
didn't go very far with this.
Look
Did you
out.
watch any of IBDW sets?
No.
Yeah.
I wrote his name on my arm though.
And
I
that's
saw
what-
that.
That's what matters.
And that's big.